Hi folks, John Hecker here again, the pro at Brooklyn Country Club in Rochester, New York. I've had a few requests on hitting fairway woods, the proper technique for that, and I thought I'd include those in a video today. So I've got a video here of Danny Lee hitting a fairway wood, obviously off of a pretty tight lie there. One of the things that I'll hear commentators say is that you should take a divot with the fairway wood, and I'm here to tell you that's probably not a good idea for most of us. You can see Danny Lee has the ball up in his stance. I would say it's probably not as far up as his driver. But when you play the ball up in your stance, you're more apt to sweep the ball off the ground. And they're hitting off of fairly tight fairways here, but you can see still he pretty easily swings without taking any kind of divot. And you can see the angle between his head being behind the ball and the ball being a little up in the stance will create that little bit of an uphill or upswing type look to the shot. And as he comes through there, you can clearly see swinging up in the air. So when these players hit these shots, and I'm going to show you Dustin Johnson here, you'll see basically the same thing as Dustin set up. He's going to have his head kind of angled backwards. You'll hear about the divots, and really what I'm going to say here is if the ball is sitting down a little bit in the ground, a tour player may move the ball back a little bit in his stance and try to swing and take a touch of a divot so that he gets the leading edge under the ball. That's good for a high club head speed player. Obviously, these guys are swinging the club, 100 plus miles an hour. They're going to create enough zip in their swing to get the ball up in the air, where most of us might not be able to do that. So I would say this, if you got a little bit of a bad lie, play it a little bit back. Try to hit your shot. See if you can create enough loft to get it up in the air. If you can, that's probably going to be an effective shot for you. For most of us, it probably won't. The one shot I would tell you never to try it on is when you get a little bit of a downhill lie. Downhill lies are very hard to get the ball up in the air, and they put the leading edge of the club sort of in play, if you will, which has no loft, so the ball won't get up in the air. And also a downhill lie or a poor lie will cause you to try to hit down on the ball and take a little bit of loft off the club. That combination of no loft on either of those shots tends to create a shot that won't get up in the air and go anywhere. So you want to stay away from a little bit of a bad lie on a downhill lie, almost no matter where you are, because it's just going to be hard to get up in the air. But otherwise, playing the ball a little bit further forward in your stance, feeling like your head's behind the ball, practicing sweeping it off the ground. Those are probably your most effective ways to approach fairway woods without the thought of trying to take a divot, as some of the announcers have said. So here I've got Adam Scott swinging the down the line view, and as you can't really tell his ball position here, but you'll be able to tell from the strike that he has that he picks the ball just off the tee, and really no efforts made to take a divot. So anyway, play the ball a little bit further forward. Have your head a little bit back. Feel like you're going to brush the grass. Those are good things to think about with your fairway woods, and they'll help you take advantage of the distance that those clubs create. So give that a try. I hope to see you out in the course soon.